Okay, so basic instructions before leaving Earth. I'm not a Bible thumper, but the Bible is very important. And if I might add, I will use the Bible to thump demons and devils. Okay, you have to use it in your if you're in spiritual warfare, in the midst of it. I'm telling you, you have to. The word is the sword, and the word was the beginning of everything. Let there be light, and the word became flesh, and the word is the sword. So words are extremely important. Words are sounds and frequencies, and sounds and frequencies, and also light all has color. Okay. So we're in the secret place. In the secret place, well, occult is secret and mysterious and magical. Isn't God? He is very mysterious and magical. And he says, come seek me out in a secret place. In the secret place, you do what? You study, read, praise, and worship. Sing and dance, you chant and you play music, and you pray and meditate. So, life and death, the power of those are in the tongue. The tongue has no bones, but it can break souls. So words and sounds and frequencies are extremely important. A certain frequency will make a person go crazy. If I mean, it's probably not news to anyone, right? But I mean, you can go look this stuff up. This is sound science. And see, God is like sound. Yeah, He manifests everything, and it's crazy because sound is an element that we don't even pay attention to, but it moves oxygen. Oxygen has to go up and down, which is why harmonic resonance and all that other stuff happens and things ripple and move. It's just sound waves. Water's just like a door and a conduit. It allows you to see sound, like an oscilloscope, but light is inside of it. But you see how sound and light coexist, so let there be light. We got to give them the praise, G. It's crazy. Now, if you use words to cast spells you are bound to them. So when I say and see the word legal, it's by law. But see, what law are we actually going on? We go by the law of the sea, Admiral Maritime Law. It applies on land and it applies on the sea. You think that you live on land, but see, your land that you're living on is just a giant boat. It's just a giant ship with plants and stuff growing on it, and it promotes life. Pangea, Pangaea, Mother Earth, before she got split up. Yeah, the mothership, Mama. Yeah. All prophets to Gaia. But see, this is crazy. But I'm looking at the words and everything that exists. Like how we have dictionaries and all this other stuff that can, you know, give you meanings and stuff like that. But we speak an English and a language that is so double spoken. One thing means another, and things get misconstrued. So I see why Jesus said you got to be single sided, that single eye, single minded, because that double, it's like, wait, you either is or you ain't. And that's where I look at this type of stuff, and I ponder on it in the back of my mind while I do my work. But you have to speak life over yourself, and you have to bless what you do. You have to love what you do. You've got to love others, and you have to love yourself. See, here's another thing. I understand that God is love, and Jesus loved everyone, and He even loved people who didn't love themselves. That is the hardest thing to do in life. That is the hardest thing, because how can you love or respect someone who don't love and respect themselves? You know what I mean? Because a lot of people are judgmental, and you'll catch flack for having flaws. But see, everybody's flawed, and the way to live comfortably in your own flesh, in your body, is to be able to accept your flaws. And if they are changeable, work to change them. If your flaws drive people away, or if your flaws affect your immediate life and environment and things you interact with in an adverse way, you probably need to self-reflect. This is a very, very, very serious thing. Okay? This is very serious. Self-reflection, and you could do that in a secret place. Ask God, and even maybe write it down. What are my true flaws, my vices, and how can I overcome them? Obviously, go to the basic instructions. If you go to Proverbs, I promise you'll be right as rain. Because if you have any type of sound mind and common sense, once you read that book, you'll be like, all right, I don't want to be involved in certain things. And see, look, when you follow this, you will stir up the demons in other people. Right now, I had a little homie I was cool with on the net for like 7 years, and it was a God sent blessing. My pap had died, and I was like, wow, you know, cuz reached out from the transient information videos on my Luke Crow channel, blah blah blah. Okay, but now we don't talk no more because people act floozy and funny. But that's okay. I'm not holding it over no head. It's peace, bro. It's peace and love, cuz you know what it is. But I just don't fuck with you no more. Excuse my French. I can't scuff with you. You know, it's because once people that energy gets funny, it's cut. You either keep that consistent or I start to clipping. I have to clip you like a barber. Bzz, buzz cut. High and tight like it's the military. 10 hut. So energy is very important, and words affect that. Think about a legal binding contract. A legal binding contract. That's also admiral maritime law. You only summons the dead, so when you go to the court. So that's why I say people are living in a delusion, and I'm here to try to help maybe rip the plug out the back of your head, then you puke on yourself, and then the robot comes and flushes you down the toilet after you get out all the slime and mucus and ectoplasm. You know, we all have to start from there. That's what happened to me. I had to unplug. You think I was always like this? And I'm not perfect. I'm not infallible. I'm super flawed up. I'm like an eggshell crack that they glue back together with gold. Thank the Lord for that. That's the only by the grace of God. But see, and that's crazy. God is loving, all loving and stuff like that. But everybody always forgets Sodom and Gomorrah. And everybody also forgets Ecclesiastes 3. There comes time for everything in under the sun in the day. Time for love, time for hate, time for peace, time for war. Time to be asleep, time to be awake. Time to work, time to take a break. There's time to abstain. There's time you got to love the hell out of your wife and love her to life. Ecclesiastes 3. It's a good book. It's a good little chapter. Read it. Because it'll help you understand, like, yeah, sometimes somebody's nose need wrung. You know, you have to be pugilistic about your Puritan state of mind. I'm a pugilistic Puritan, and about these principles, I will bloody your nose. There's certain things I fall into suit with, and I follow. And these are the laws and statutes. And if you don't like it, lump it. And it says it here. When you walk this walk, you'll lose family members, friends, and all that. Because guess what? You will irritate the demons in them. And if you show that strength, they're weak. And that's not their fault. They just happen to be that way. Not all of us are strong. It takes time to build strength up. Strength doesn't just come over time. Some people are born with it naturally. Others are not. So these are the things that we have to keep in perspective. More on his words and stuff later. I kind of went off on a tangent. We'll talk about that. Admiral Maritime Law. Remember, you think you're on land. Oh, law of the land. No, you're just on a big boat that has life growing on it. Because God is so magical, mysterious, and secretive. And he does wonders, terrible works. That also said, it's clear, it's in the Bible. Go look it up. It is in here. Read it. I can't like give you the scriptures like right off the bat. I have this stuff written down, but I don't have it all out. And my brain, it's not infinite, okay? Everything's finite. God is infinite. But I'm telling you what I remember reading, okay? His works are terrible and they're great and magical. And if you invite the Lord into your life and make him the center of everything, and the center, and put him, like he says, write it and bind it upon the tables of your heart, his laws and statutes, I'm telling you, things are so much better. But once you do that, the devil will be on your heels. Right now in my life, I got tons of spiritual warfare going on. All I've been doing is minding my own business in the secret place and doing my work and working and stuff like that and minding my business. But I have the devil on my heels right now. Constantly trying to pressurize me, but the stuff doesn't work. So I just hope that this message will help somebody. I don't mean to rant and go off on these tangents. I haven't made any tapes on here in a minute because I've been working on stuff, okay? So I just wanted to tap back in. There's going to be more content coming soon. I would love to get to the camera footage and stuff like that, and some of these scientific experiments. We'll be doing more than that on the channel because this channel is about the physical realm, the metaphysical realm, and that, yes, everything is elemental. Everything is an element. El, God. Elohim, the God of all creation. Element, electricity. Your heart only beats because of a pulse. Boom, 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 boom. Right? Yahweh, when you breathe in. See? How you say it the secret way with no letters, just the vowels. And there you have it. Praise his name.